Truth Cafe Podcast.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Truth Cafe Podcast, to another exciting episode with me, Tito Karis.
Alongside Wamboi. Wili.
Ni unakanika ujakula wewe. Alongside Wamboi. You.
Me?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you need an intervention? Everything okay at home?
An entanglement.
Is there anything we don't know? That we need to know?
Niko sawa. Niko chonjo. Ni baridi, bro.
Ni baridi. Yo,
Yeah.
it is cold.
Baridi. Yeah.
So damn cold.
Where is our manners?
Yeah.
Let's introduce our guest. We are going to let her introduce herself. Tumeanza hapa mambo yetu na guest ako tu hapa anatusikia.
Manze.
Baridi.
Yes, guess.
Okay.
Okay, introduce yourself.
My name is Wendy Kay. I'm a singer-songwriter. I am a lover of art, and I am a vessel of art.
Where? Vessel
Wow.
of art.
Yes.
Wow.
Baridi na
Thing.
mgokaje Wendy?
Hey, maze. Wow.
It is what it is.
It's crazy, but yeah. It's crazy, but I've started being active. Physically active. Ndio hiyo joto ikuje, and you also stay fit.
So you work out.
Imagine I have to. I don't like it, but I have to.
Wamboi,
Yeah.
can you learn something?
What do you mean
from
you
Wendy?
have to?
Wamboi, learn something from
What do
Wendy.
you mean?
Because of the career, you know how you have to be active.
Yeah.
Ukienda stage hautaki kuhema eti yeye wase, you want to be active and happy. So that's basically the reason.
Yeah. Are you still dancing? The last song you dropped not the last song really. What was the name song? Calling. You were doing some moves hapa na pale, some choreography. Are you still dancing?
Yeah. Nimechukua break kidogo niimbe wimbo za emotions. Alafu tutakuja na dance moves zingine.
Na mamuzi.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy, Wendy, because acha nikwambia sasa na hii baridi tunatafuta baby making kinda moods. So we are looking for such music. Playlist ndio tunatafuta. Ila tujue itarudi tuanze kudance.
But Wamboi, tuambiane ukweli. We all agreed there's no such thing in Kenya. Kenyan men hatutambui playlist. If it's news inaendelea and it happens,
Okay.
if it is whatever is on, so long as it's a distraction and background noise, we don't
But you see,
care.
the thing is, Karis, we don't look for music because of you guys. In fact, you guys don't even suggest the music. It's for us. It's not for you.
Itabaki
You
mmeanza
have the
kutuma
body
fare
and the
sasa.
password.
Itabaki mmeanza kutuma fare sasa. Mimi nikikam, the mood is set, the ambience is set, kuna playlist. Anyway,
Hapo sawa.
Wendy Kay, how are you doing? How is COVID-19 taking you? Direct translation, by the way. Inakupeleka aje COVID-19?
COVID imekuja ikatushtua kidogo. Ikafanya tuangalie life in a different aspect because so much has changed, so much. So we're going with the wave. We're going with how things are going a day at a time because we don't know how it's going to be, honestly.
What has COVID-19 taught you? What are some of the lessons? What have you learned during this pandemic?
I think for me, discipline. I realized I am so indisciplined. Like,
explain? Kuna tabia mbaya?
Kuamka sijui saa ngapi.
Wamboi.
Sijui fanya nini.
Bro, I get you loud and clear. Back in studio.
Kuamka saa ngapi? Yes, carry on, Wendy.
Yeah, basically just schedule sijakuwa nikifuata, but I really challenged myself this time kufuata timetable at least,
Okay. About just give us one of the things that you do, like on a routine. Let's say a day with Wendy. What's in there? Especially at this time, because of this COVID thing, nothing is so active. So what's going on now?
For me, it's just growing my art. Like I'd say in the morning, naamka. I try my best. Like I don't do it every day, but I try my best to follow the routine. So on a good day, I wake up, naomba kidogo, nikishaomba, I run, come back, practice instruments, then natengenezea watu chai, tunatengeneza nyumba, and then depending on maybe what I have for the day, then from then on I know, okay, watch, I'll do this and this and this. So it's like it's a day at a time, by the way, because sometimes unanga psych, lakini you have to push yourself.
Mimi niko hapo kwa kuomba kidogo.
And viewers, ngoja, okay, sawa.
Mimi niko hapo kwa kuomba kidogo. Ati naomba kidogo. Kwani nasema our Father who art in heaven.
Amen.
God bless this food. Amen. Hakuna vitu mob.
Wacha basi niseme kuomba na imani, hata kama kidogo. Kuomba na imani. Yeah.
Wendy, by the way,
I always try and start.
Do you know Wamboy is a Sunday school teacher? So I don't know if you need some spiritual intervention. Wamboy might
real?
just
there you go.
It's not even shade. It's
there
a
you
fact.
Go.
It's not
don't
shade,
be ashamed.
Wamboy. Don't be ashamed.
There you
don't
go.
Be ashamed.
There you go. It's not being ashamed. Can there you go? Hey, sir.
Okay.
Now when I'm looking for a job, these guys are gonna be like, no, sis, you don't the will. You're too saved, bro.
No. Kwendagi hivyo. Me, I'm putting you out there. Sema amen.
Yeah.
Okay. I am a trained teacher of Sunday school.
With a diploma certificate.
That is amazing.
With a diploma.
That is amazing. You know, it's not easy teaching children. It's not.
Oh my
God! It is not. Their attention span. Hey, that's amazing.
Bro, let me just explain something before we even move on. Karis, like working with kids, just I don't know, just humbles you or.
Tell me about it. We have 5 kids in our home, and I'm a firstborn, so literally I understand you. I feel you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, children. Hi. It's crazy. Just before we move on, Wendy, you've said something about waking up in the morning praying, kufanya kazi za nyumba. Mimi nataka tu kusignal out there the team afisi kuambia kwamba Wendy pia ni wife material.
Hallelujah.
Anaamka mapema na make sure nyumba ni safi before afanye kila kitu kingine.
Unlike Wamboy over here, God knows what.
No. Excuse me, don't do that, bro. No, don't do that.
We all know meamka sahi juu ya recording ya podcast. We all know that. So
I can neither deny or confirm the allegations, but I'm here. The house is clean, so we're good.
We're good. Okay. Let's get back to Wendy Kay. So for the record, by the way, Wendy Kay is like Wendy Kemuntu 2.0. I don't know whether that's the right assessment to say, but yeah, Wendy Kemuntu 2.0. And for those who don't know about your musical journey, or for those of us who knew you as Wendy Kemuntu, by the way, before we even get to that, I just remembered, I was thinking about this recording today, and I was like, do you know how I knew you? How I came to know of you was through Cox Studio. And I saw your performance and you killed it. I was like, I even remember that day asking you to come on the show. Superstar. Because I just saw this lady on Cox Studio with that sort of performance of yours. I was like, yo, this is amazing. How impactful was that performance on Cox Studio? How impactful was it for your career?
It was, oh my goodness, that was one of the best times of my life.
Yeah.
It was, in fact, I think we were told like 3 days before, oh, by the way, you guys are going to sing something on stage, so you need to prepare something.
Yeah.
So it was like, what? You know, because I'm so used to the background.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. People don't see what really goes behind the scenes. There's so much work. And it's so much work. So I was really like nervous, but I was so excited. And everyone was so happy for me in Cox Studio, from the highest, management level to the person who was, sweeping the floor. So all of, like, everyone was so supportive. Even the audience. I wanna dance. It was really amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. Watu wa nyumbani after kukona kwa TV wakaanza kusema aje, umeshakafunga, umemake it.
Huyu ni wetu. Huyu ni tu. But it was an amazing experience. I am so grateful.
And the impact on your career, can you speak on that? Like, what opportunities came about after that performance? Like a solo performance on Cox Studio. We all know how much of a big deal it is. There are so many established artists who will kill to be on Coke Studio and won that. How impactful was that for your career, your music career?
Well, through Coke Studio, I met different types of people, from artists to people who work with artists, like management, media people. So I really got a lot of networks from all over Africa, not just Kenya. And funny thing, it's because I also got a chance to collaborate with one of the best producers in Africa, Gospel on the Beat. Which featured with Naiboy. And I love that song. It was so out of my box, but I really love it.
Absolutely.
Then who else? I don't want to name names, but there's some things in the pipeline that we are working on. That I'm really grateful and I'm really looking forward. So watu wangoje waone.
Before you jump in, things in the pipeline, ile lugha ya wasanii. Unajua wasanii wanasemanga 10 years, Jesus come, Jesus go. Things in the pipeline, this, that. Ni ya ile ya ukweli ama ni ile ya usanii?
Yangu ni ya ukwelo.
Ya ukwelo.
Inakam.
One boy.
All right, so just to put it out there, in case there's anyone who is wondering who Wendy Kay is, she just went by the name Kemunto before she changed her name. I think it's important that we first of all mention that, and we, probably just tell guys why the name had to change from Wendy Kemunto to Wendy Kay.
Okay, so I changed my name Wendy Kay from Wendy Kemunto because when you register a name, you register when you register a company name, you have to write your artist name, your official name, blah, blah, blah. So I realized someone had already registered Kemunto, not Wendy. So I couldn't use Kemunto. So I was like, okay, I can't change my name completely because it'll be us for my fans. So I decided to just switch it up a bit, but still have that K so that guys can know it's still me and Wendy. So Wendy K. Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
I think it's good for background, and of course, because you are way for
huyu Coke Studio artist ni nani? Sijawahi msikia K. So I think it's important that we mention.
You are away for a while, came back. You have a new EP out. It's called My Way. Absolutely love it, and love it for the fact that it's 4 songs only. Sad, but okay, 4 songs only. 4 songs only, but I like the fact that you've tried some experiments over there. Like you guys have got to listen to it and understand what I'm saying. Wendy Kemunto, how I got to know her, she was, a mellow artist, all about the vocals, serenading voice and whatnot. But sasa kwa My Way, bars, and I drop bars, confessing anakulanga chapo akiwa ndeve. Some of the things.
Hey, Karisi, your line imekubamba.
And you know what? And you know what, Wendy, by the way, that's how you know you're a good songwriter. That's how you know you're a good songwriter. Like a good songwriter, you have to have things that are catchy. That's the only thing not the only thing, but it stood out. I had it, I was like, come again, rewind.
Rewind, Wendy.
Rewind. I was like, okay, but speak to me about the EP, the journey, the becoming of the EP, and how that process has been like for you.
The EP, I started working on the songs from 2017. So it's been a process of recording so many songs from then till now. And I wasn't actually supposed to release an EP. I was supposed to release an album. But then COVID happened and, all the stuff. So I felt it wasn't right to release a huge body of work during this time. But I still wanted to release something that my fans can relate with and for them to kind of see where I am in life, musically, emotionally, creatively. And that's why I decided to drop My Way, which has 4 diverse tracks with different topics, personal life, things that are happening around us. So that's why I chose the specific 4 songs. And that's why I released the My Way. Yeah.
All right. Absolutely amazing. One boy?
Yeah, I absolutely love. Astorin is my personal favorite. I think it's because you sent me the by the way, acha nikwambie Karis, Even though unajuanga wasanii wanakuwa wamenieka kwa roho. Sawa kijana. Kwa hivyo don't come beating your chest up here. So I got the EP before it was released because of some but I have not seen the video of that.
That one is coming. It's coming. Okay. It's coming.
So I got the EP before it was released because of some video work we were doing. And I'm still waiting to see if my face appears. It appears Nairobi Amulali. Nairobi.
Walikuedi town. Kwa editor suit walikuwa like toa hii. This one remove. Remove this one.
Oh Jesus. I want to talk about a topic that is very that has been talked about before, and guys have come out to talk about it, but I want to get your sense on it. Yeah. So this wave of yours, the soul kind of music and the mellow ones, it has a targeted audience, right? It's not for everyone, so, because not everyone consumes it. So it's a bit targeted and limited as compared to any other genre of music, especially the what do I call it? The new Nairobi or the Gengeton music, right? And that was a wave that came. Many would argue it's still there. Probably it's not as booming as it was then. And I think that is so. How does that make you feel that a wave just came, took almost the whole country, you know, up and running, left, kind of left behind the soul and live music that you guys are doing, and it still is the talk of the town at this point? How does that make you feel as an artist who is making music for a targeted audience?
For me, it didn't really affect me, even when it hit like the whole wave, you know. For me, I know my day as an artist, if you understand your audience, if you get to, then I don't think any comes and goes will affect you. And for me, I'm not just thinking there's the whole world, you know. And now internet, someone from Ukraine will be listening to my song, and someone from Rift Valley my song. So see, like, okay, these tools that I can use to my hands, and I'm going to use them. So whether, for example, the neo soul movement is a wave for now, I still will be true to myself if the wave. Yeah. So for me, it's all about intention, and for me, it's all about am I connecting to my fans? Are they understanding me? Are they responding? You know, all that matters. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting. For me, what I want to know is during this COVID-19 period, is there is so much music that's been put out there, and I'm gonna put you on the spot. I want you to tell me what is your favorite project right now from Kenya. There's so much. Nyashinsky has an album. Salsa have an album. Ben Sola has an album. There's so much music that is out right now. Akish, I don't know whether you know her, has an EP. What project are you listening to right now in the 254? And which one stood out for you and why? As an artist.
Tricky. There's so many. I think each artist in Kenya brings their own vibe, you know.
Look at you trying to be politically correct. Jibu swali, you know. Wambie mimi nasikiza.
I'm gonna get you in there.
Nasikiza Uchongolo and I like sema ukweli.
Okay. Pandemic.
I think I love Emma Cheruto's EP. It's amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Steph Capella's album. Ben Soul's, you know, EP, it has amazing vibes. The songwriting, you know, amazing. Kahush. Like, there's so many upcoming artists. I can't think of them. Oh, Maya Amolo. You guys should. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. She's amazing. And these are Kenyan artists. And like, I feel like we're in the golden age of Kenyan music. Like, I feel we're setting ground for something beautiful that is coming. So I'm really, really excited to be a musician right now. So yeah,
I've noticed something with your answer, Wendy. Everyone you've mentioned is either doing soul, baby making kind the kind of genre you are probably aligned with. Is that a thing?
Not a thing because for
Because
me I
Emma
listen to
Cheruto's EP is almost the same genre as you do. Then soul is a bit pole pole pia. Steph Capella, you know, he's been there, he's doing the same thing. So
I love good music. I love soul, slow, good music. But I listen to a lot of different artists, even kama Chris Kaiga ni mnoma. I think huyo nani ampendi, you know.
Undisputed.
Yeah. So there's so many aki sai niko blank, but najua hii interview kisha nitakuwa kama majina 10 tofauti. Hiyo ndio baya, but it's okay. I have so many so many artists that I love in Kenya that are coming up, and I really focus on the upcoming artists because they are dope as hell. So yeah. Oh, Meryl Page. There's Meryl Page, an amazing artist. She has an album out, amazing. Aki unaona naanza kukumpa pole pole, so yeah. Wacha niachie hapo.
All right. So Wendy, you were away for a few months, I think 2 months, before you came back and released your EP.
Yeah.
So do you want to take us, through that, through you chilling and you coming up with an EP? What is in your thoughts? What are you thinking about? What's going on?
I think I took a break from probably November till around, I think March, around April. But behind the scenes, I was still working. I was still building. But at the same time, I wanted to take a break because I'm an independent artist and I do everything on my own. I have people who help me and I'm so grateful. But, dealing with like shooting, planning the shooting, looking for money, pushing, marketing, all those things. And then you still need to be an artist, you still need to be a manager. So it was really a lot. And also because I had gone through an ordeal that, I had shared with the public. And of course, I got so many mixed reactions and everything. So it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with. And I really wanted a break because I needed to take care of myself first. So I decided that when I'm going to come back my own way. I'm going to do things my own way, my own time. I'm not going to do what maybe someone else tells me. And that's why I call the EP My Way, because this is me declaring that whatever happens moving forward, if I fail, if I succeed, I am going to take full responsibility. Yeah. Absolutely. So for me, my way was just saying like, I've been, I've gotten so many, that time when I shared my story, I got so many messages of people who've been through the same thing, even worse actually, and people who are just hating on me for no reason, abusing, all sorts of things. So I just like, even when you hear the lyrics of My Way, the lead single, it's like, wengi wameniumiza, many have tried to bring me down, but I'm still standing, and that tells you something. So until in life, when you're hit with the hardest thing that you've ever gone through that you think you can never recover from, that's when you know how strong you are. And I'm a changed person, honestly. Oh, I shared, and after mazeni nimechange. Hakuna mtu atanishow kiru,
Yeah.
Hata si kitu ni kiru.
Kiru.
Before you jump in, Wamboi, kidogo tu, sorry.
Okay.
About you sharing your ordeal and what happened. As in, the question I want to ask you, I don't know whether it's fair or unfair, whether I'm to ask you that, is why do you think there's that stigma?
Waters, bro.
I know.
Waters.
Why do you think there's that stigma? Like, I don't get it why, as a person, like if I hear you sharing your story, why should I feel entitled to be like, she's lying? Like, why should I feel entitled to be like, is that what really happened? Why should I feel entitled to poke holes in someone else's story? Like, where do you think that comes from? Because I think, and as you said, when you shared your story, some people came out. And why do you think there's stigma around that? like why? Like I have so many questions, and the question is why. Like mbona mi sielewi mbona ati nisikie venye unasema story yako alafu bado ni feel entitled kupoke holes and na si kuwa hata hapo, you get. It's like this story about Robert Burale and him being COVID-19 and people saying he's lying, he's this, he's that. My question is, even if the man is lying akona corona, what is your problem? You get what I mean? So back to your story. Why do you think people, because I saw that when it happened, when you shared your story, and bro, it was ruthless. Why do you think we behave that way as human beings, especially Kenyans on Twitter, KOT? Why do you think
undefeated?
Why do you think that happens?
I think it's a lot of things, a lot of layers in our society, but it starts with education, social education from childhood, you know. A woman or a girl is taught from a young age, oh, usikai hivi, wasichana wafai kukaa hivi, or for example, oh, usiende kwa sijui wapi, utaibiwa, you know, but you've grown up knowing I'm not really safe and I need to, you know, stay safe and take care of myself. But when you look at it from the boy's angle, they're not really taught, you know, respect women. If she says no, it's no. If, you know, even girls, we've not really been taught up consent. We don't know what consent is, honestly. We think we do, but we really don't, because consent is such a thin line that many people misinterpret and assume. So there's so many layers to this. And I really feel that the Kenyan system, the Kenyan school system should consider introducing sex education, because it can prevent so many things. You know, there's lack of information of even contraceptives, you know. Most girls these days, all they know is P2. That's what people know. Like if you take P2 like every month, which is wrong, that you wouldn't get pregnant or something like that. So there's so much misconception, there's stigma, you know, there's, oh, we are not supposed to talk about sex, we're not supposed to talk about this. So many things, man. So we need to have a place where we can, a discussion, an open discussion, including men and women. Yeah. Because I love my country, Kenya, but it's very patriarchal. Look at our government.
It's Africa. I think Africa, we are patriarchal generally. It's a patriarchal nation. Africa. Because back to something said like about P2 and women taking P2. Like for me, I feel like as a man, we also need to be taught about this family planning, contraceptives. We need to be the one who to be held accountable for this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like for me, Nasiati, I'm not putting my business out there. I'm not saying like I fornicate or anything, but
bro, I'm just laughing because kijana, inakaa ni kama story ni personal. No, are you okay?
No, I'm okay, but in the sense, what I'm trying to say is, like as a guy, since let's say I knew about the effects of P2, like I wouldn't put a lady in a situation where she has to take P2. You
Absolutely.
Get kama ni withdraw kama M-Pesa, you better do that. If it's condom, do a condom. Like, because I think as men we are so ignorant. Like, well, so long as you went in there and nutted, it's a wrap. Huyu akitaka akunye P2 ama asikunye ama afanye nini, a lot of ignorance we are dealing with, and we need to have that discussion. So, you know, I kind of agree with you. Let's have this discussion, both men and women. Carry on, my boy.
Before we move on from that, I think also one of the things that makes us Kenyans feel like we are entitled is because you guys are in the limelight, right? And it is known in Kenya that for anything to sell, is it an album? Is it an EP? Do you have a show coming? For anything to sell, kiki lazima. Whether you like it or not. People just do stuff and say stuff so that, you know, they can get their numbers up there, they can do their numbers out there, can put their, you know, projects out there. So I think that is one of those things that has made Kenyans really so on the spot to call people out, calling you know, celebs out, because these people who are low-key and the up and coming ones, and you know, the guys who definitely just live their lives, those guys don't get such things even if they put that in. But celebs, it's because there's a culture that guys have shown us that lazima niseme hii, get the town talking, get the country talking, so that I can drop something and guys go check it out. So I think that is one of the things. And since we're on that topic of you know, ladies and having these conversations. I don't know if you or Karis saw this. There's a bill that has, has been in the mouths of a lot of people. It is the bill of abortion. And I remember there's a group I'm in, a WhatsApp group that, was very heated when somebody just posted this thing in there, and it was so heated. I know this is a very sensitive conversation. I know this is a very sensitive topic, but even the most sensitive of topics need to be spoken about. So this bill is trying to probably legalize abortion, not in a bad way, but to ensure that abortion is done safely.
Yeah.
Because
I saw that.
Whether you agree or not, people are for it or are not for it.
I mean, Boy, for clarity purposes, so that people don't misquote you, what Wamboy is speaking about, it's a bigger bill. It's about sex education in Kenya. So they have all these measures in there that they're trying to see what will prevent early childhood pregnancies, sexual misconduct. Because as you said, Wendy, consent is a very touchy subject. As in potato. Consent kwako when even you describe ikikuja kwa Mboy. So like what they're trying to do with this bill, it's a very heated argument. Pastors are saying this, churches are saying this, parliamentarians are refusing on this one. So carry on. I just wanted to clarify that, so that what was the ni bill ya abortion peke yake, really. No, it's a bill that is set to change how we view sex in Kenya, sex education generally.
All right, so let me throw it to you, Wendy, because we have actually just spoken about it, and it's something that I think it's very close to your heart, and it's something that just by me talking, I know you may have maybe an informed opinion. So what would you make of that? What would you say, regarding the same?
I think for me, I don't get why it's a debate, honestly, because it's not your body, it's my body, and like Kari said, it's sex education bill, which like it's very important. It is so important for, it's not, I think there's a misconception about what sex education means. I think people think maybe we're just being taught about sex, and that's just one scope, but you're being taught about so many things that can help so many men and women from a young age. When you look at Kenya in terms of statistics for unsafe abortions, we are one of the countries leading in the world, where women have illegal abortions, and the number of deaths from illegal abortions is one of the highest world. So that tells you something, that we are not in a good place as a country. And I think the leaders, the parliamentarians, the church leaders, they should actually sit down and see, it's not really about a statement that we're making, things are bad, people are dying, people are being affected, silent, things are not good. So we really need to help the women in our country, because without women there's no nation, honestly. And it's time women are given the platform to talk from them, not a man to speak on their behalf. So it's things like this really annoy me, honestly, because it doesn't make sense. So I really hope that the bill is passed. If it does, a lot of good will come with it. That's what I believe.
And to add on what you're saying, I think the problem is misinformation, because as you said, most people, leaders of church, think what this bill is gonna do is encourage reckless sex behavior. But that's a very biased opinion, because they are forgetting, okay, sawa, kuna wale watafanya hivyo, but a bigger majority of people who will benefit is very high, because they were talking about abortion, for instance, and there is post-traumatic stress that comes from abortion. So you do this illegally. So literally, of course, after that, kumanisha, huwezi ongea na mtu yote. You cannot tell nobody about this. So meaning you cannot deal with it psychologically. And I think, for me, I think the other problem that is disturbing kama Kenya, religion, my friend. I think religion inatuzuia yani, you remember when you had that discussion about condoms, the churches were going crazy. They're like, It's a plastic. It's a condom. No one is gonna die. But
you know what? Guys are still using them. So
exactly.
Hey, embrace this, and the earlier we start curbing this when it begins, the better for everyone.
Yeah,
it's better for everybody.
Because I think our parents, the church, they think just because they won't talk about these things, it will disappear. Honestly, me personally, I believe if my parents spoke to me about sex, I mean, I would have made some wiser decisions in life, you know. But it is what it is. But
it is what it is.
Kijana.
Maybe I would not. Maybe I singekuwa na fornicate sahi because I would have been told sex is bad. Ningekuwa nimeabstain.
Bro.
Kijana wa Mungu.
Bro.
Lakini lack of misinformation.
I'm gonna cut this clip. Kutoka hapo mahali umesema mzazi na misinformation. I'm gonna send that clip to your mother.
No,
let's see what she says about that.
No, but on a serious note, our parents don't want to talk about this thing. They're shy about it, and they think just because you won't talk about it, you know, it's a very unfortunate state we are in. So I think religion, ignorance, hiyo ndo natusumbua sana sana. So guys, kama last time let's cut. We start again. We can't finish the other bit of this conversation. Is that okay, Wendy?
Okay, cool.
All right. See you in a few.
Yeah.
Truth Cafe Podcast.